Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Big thanks to everyone who watched the first episode on this T25 bus behind me. This is going to be the second one. In the first one, I bought this for 600 quid from Copart. Non-runner, didn't know the mileage, didn't know if it had an interior in it, didn't know if it had an engine in it. Luckily, all of those things have turned out to be good. It has a good interior, has low mileage, and the engine looks pretty healthy. It wasn't running, but we got it running, and it runs pretty good now, but it just needed a new exhaust. I bought a brand new one, stainless steel, and I've just had so much trouble getting it on. That's where we left it in the last video. So in this one, we're going to be getting that new exhaust system on. I've got new exhaust studs to put in, taking this thing for an MOT, see what it fails on. I'm sure it'll probably fail on something. It hasn't had one for like 3 or 4 years. And if you're not watching from the UK, an MOT is basically a roadworthiness test, which all cars have to go through to be on the road. And when it gets to cars around this age, these tests get a bit challenging for some of them. But yeah, this one should be fine. All right, there's some new studs in all the places we can get new studs in. That one under there, I couldn't get a new one in because it's just so difficult to get to. But I think it's okay. We got one new on that side, 2 on that side. That one's actually okay. Just sorting out the bracketry down here to attach the silencer and everything to. Alright, so that's the whole exhaust system back on. Everything's put back where it should be, plumbed back in. This should start, I hope so. I think I've put everything back together. See what this thing sounds like. Alright, so that's it all running. Sounds amazing. This thing literally runs like a Swiss watch. It's like one of the best running one of these engines I've ever had. I mean, it's so smooth, it's not lumpy at all. Idles really nicely when it warms up. Maybe a little bit high, but yeah, I'm really happy with this. Gonna get everything back together and see if we can get it ready for an MOT. Alright, that exhaust sounds absolutely perfect. This thing is really, really quiet, runs really well. I've had some of these that have run pretty rough in the past, usually due to the just carburetor issues. I actually have a spare one of those, but this runs really nicely, which is really good. So let's get everything back together, all the interior back in, and just check everything like the lights, horn. There's lots of things that we need to check to get this thing ready for an MOT. I think I've got a couple of lights out in certain places, but yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. Alright, let's see what works. I do have to have the van running because the battery is quite flat. I did think that this would charge it. I thought that would like trickle charge the battery. I'm pretty sure it should do, but all it seems to do is turn the plug sockets on inside. Doesn't even do any of the lights, which is a bit weird. I think there might be something wrong with the power setup, but we will look at that. Let's see if we got headlights. Okay, the lights come on in there, which is good. Looks like we've got normal headlights. I assume these will be high beam. Let's see if they work. I think you pull it towards you on this. So that should be high beam, is it? Ah, I've only got one. So this one seems to be... Oh, I think there's a bad earth behind there, probably. I'll take those out and have a look. Let's check the back lights. Got one. This one seems to be out. Blown bulb. Not a great start. Check our horn. Horn works. Wipers, they work. Windscreen washer. Where's that? You pull that towards you. We've got a blocked one here. Indicators working. That one works. Other way. Got that one working. That one works, but it's very dim. Hazards working. Oh, no, they're not working. This one doesn't work on the hazards for some reason. That one's working. Alright, so I've got all the headlights working. It was just a fuse in the end. These things look really dorky without the grill in them. It was just a 10 amp fuse. I don't know what I did with it. Not that one. But yeah, it was a 10 amp fuse. It's blown. So that's now working. The hazards are now working. Take all of this off. It just pops off. I haven't actually had to unscrew anything. Had to take apart the hazard switch and just clean up the connections. If you wiggled it, they were working fine. So it just needed a bit of clean up in the switch. So they're all now working fine. If you ever are taking one of these little switches apart, they're full of little springs. Don't do what I did and take it apart over this, where all the springs and everything just fell straight down that hole into here. So I've had to disconnect all the pipes to get them all out. This backlight working, it was just a bad earth. I think the only thing to do for the MOT is change these wipers, because there's no blade left on those. Should have a full set of wipers here. 2 for the front and 1 for the back. Pretty sure they're all the same wiper on this, but let's get them on. If you've got this style of wiper, and you're ever thinking of getting Halfords to replace the blades, you never need to, because you can just do literally this, just hit it, and that's off in 2 seconds. You don't need to pay them £7 or £8 or whatever it is to replace them. It's a job that takes literally seconds. Put that one back in there, put it around there, then just pull on it. There you go. Again with this one, literally put it back, go like that, give it a whack, pull straight out, get the new one, get it in the right place. Alright, the van is running great. I'm having a little trouble with the batteries charging up. I'm going to trickle charge them overnight. They come back. I think the leisure battery might have just had it entirely, but we'll get a new one of those if we need to. But I think now the thing to do is just give this thing a thorough wash. It's absolutely filthy. And then, once we've cleaned the whole thing, I'm going to pop the roof up and see what condition that's in, because I haven't even looked at that yet. Then we can take this thing for an MOT, get it fully roadworthy. Right, this thing is looking a million times better after a wash. Here's a few little shots of what it looks like now, close-ups. It looks absolutely 1,000 times better. The interior's had a deep clean, and all the seams and everything been got in there with a brush and stuff. I could get in there a bit better, I think, but it's good enough for now. But yeah, it looks really, really good. I think there's a couple of like machine polishing bits that I'd like to do to it. It hasn't stopped raining for like 4 days here, and you can hear the wind and everything. It is howling, so I can't really do any of that at the moment in the wet. But there's also, I really want to touch up these. I would like to actually get rid of these black accents. Someone's done them all over the car, like the whole way along. I mean, I don't mind them. I don't know if it was done from the factory. I'm not sure if it was. I don't think they would do something like that, especially not this poor quality, I don't think. So I would like to get rid of them, but I think it's going to be more hassle to get rid than it is to fix. So I'm going to try and fix them. Things that here, bits like if I machine polish that would come back. It's just a scuff, which would be nice to do. But yeah, we can't do any of it in the wet. I think what I really want to do next is I really want to pop this roof up, because I've spent all this time cleaning it and I still don't know what the hell that roof looks like. Fingers crossed, because if that's ruined, I've wasted loads of time, to be fair. But yeah, see what that looks like. So this interior is looking absolutely amazing. Everything's cleaned up. This is the only annoying thing. I wanted to peel this off, this sticker. It would come off, but the varnish is coming off with it. I mean, the varnish isn't there. I think that's why they probably did this in the first place. So I'd have to buy some new sort of like a veneer cover. I'll do that, and that'll look a lot better. But yeah, everything's in fantastic condition in here. Cooker and everything, sink, everything's looks good. But yeah, someone's put a strap here, because these obviously are what hold the roof down. I've taken this one off. You've got these latches, there's one either side. Right, so if I take this ratchet strap off, hooked on there. So in theory, I just lift, and this should come up. The fabric for the roof looks to be in amazing condition. It's I can't see a single tear anywhere. It looks pretty much like new. Also, no rust underneath the cover. These hinges also look quite good. I have got a gas strut out the other side though, by the looks of things. You see the way it's slanted like this. This gas strut, I think, isn't working the way it should, which is a shame, but they're probably quite easy to replace. Just needs to go up a bit higher, but see what it looks like from the inside. So I think in the back here, there is another, this is supposed to be another bed. I think there's supposed to be another panel. I don't know how you're going to sleep up there. Yeah, if anyone knows how this works, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another panel in here that can come out to make the bed. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, someone's carpeted it nicely. There's lots of carpet left over, probably enough to do the floor as well. I'm missing something. Not sure what it is. Alright, let's see if we can pull this down. So everything in this car works and is ready for an MOT. It should pass. I can't really see anything wrong with it. Unfortunately, I can't get one booked until it's over a week. So I'm going to end the video here, and I'll update you probably next week when this thing goes through its MOT. But everything is done. There's a little clip of me driving it. I drove it the other day just home, because there was a chance I could have got an MOT that day, so I had it on me, and just in case I could have got it in, but unfortunately I was waiting on a cancellation. I'm waiting on cancellation until next week, so hopefully it will go in and this thing will be back on the road. Really, really happy with the condition of everything on this car. I mean, there's obviously a few bits that it needs, but it's a really, really nice usable camper van. I got to test all of the appliances. I know the cooker works. I haven't had a chance to test the fridge because the batteries are dead and I need 2 new batteries. I'm sort of just trying to save up for that because they're expensive batteries in these. They're like £100 a pop. You need 2 of them. Just try and use this thing. I can take it on a little trip. I'll show you how everything works. And I really want to keep this. I've got to find a place to keep it. I'm moving house at the moment, so it's a little bit tricky. Unfortunately, I really wanted to get a new house with a garage that could fit this car in it, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I can't quite afford a garage that big. Maybe one day, or the new house I'm moving into, hopefully one day I can build a garage at the bottom of the garden. The one thing I really don't want to do with this van, because it is in such nice condition, is park it down the bottom of the field, forget about it, and it get ruined, because it's got a lot of life in left in this van, and I really don't want it to go to ruin. But I really appreciate everyone watching, and I'll update you as soon as this thing is actually on the road. As it stands, it's all completely ready to be on the road. Maybe for me, or maybe for its next owner. I don't know, we'll see what's to come. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, if anyone wants to maybe buy a hat or something to support the channel, there'll be a link somewhere. But yeah, thank you very much for watching.